So once this gets underway, we'll do apologise for the delays. Unfortunately, one team forgot they were playing. They're a bunch of idiots. So what we've unfortunately had to do is penalise them with a one-game advantage, which means this is only going to be a sort of... It's still best of 3, but they're down 1. Anyway, I am Shads bringing you the action, and with me again in the casting booth is Ragnarok, who you guys would have heard on the a couple nights ago. On the Tuesday night.
Hi.
So Rag's here. You can hear him there. He's in the background. Hi, Rag.
Hi. What's doing?
Ah, the usual. So we've waited about 40 minutes for this. A lot of Pokemon has been played. A lot of bad music's been played.
I love your explanation of it. Because the team was late, they were penalised with a one-game advantage.
They lost a game. Game is hard.
Think about that for a second.
Game is hard.
10 seconds to go.
It's alright. So proudly sponsored by Centrelink. Will be one game up in this match already. After Big Hooks were very late for their first match.
About an hour.
So, yeah, around about that, something like that. So, yeah, definitely we will be, so 45 minutes, yeah, 45 minutes late for their first game. So we will be finally getting into the second game here. Apparently sponsored by Centrelink, obviously one game up already, and we already see a Lifestealer band coming out from Big Hooks.
But hold on. Proudly sponsored by Centrelink, they're the jerks from Respawn. They beat us at Respawn Land. They ended up taking first place both the start of the year and end of this year. So they did win that. And I must say, they're actually a pretty decent team, despite them beating us. They did manage to take... Hans Reborn took one at their bracket 7-0, and these guys took Hans Reborn to a 1 hour long game. So, definitely deserve a shout out to Centrelink. Not Centrelink, Centrelink itself's rubbish. Proudly sponsored by Centrelink, they're not really proudly sponsored. But shout out to those guys, these 5 up here, who I'm just going to move my mouse around. Because they are actually a really good team. And shout out to Burns for playing Pokemon with me.
Yeah, big shout out to those blokes. If you guys want to see any more action from Proudly Sponsored by Centrelink, you can actually go over to my YouTube page. I casted all those games at Respawn. I'm pretty sure I casted actually all of their games. You head over to my YouTube at youtube.com/RagnarokESC. And there's something like 5 or 6 games up there, I think, or 7 games up there from Proudly Sponsored by Centrelink. Oh, they took out Respawn, so... Yeah, you can go over and check that out.
I don't know if people can actually see it, but I'm actually just going to post the link for that as well. That's my personal thing. That's my personal YouTube. I'm also going to put the link to the Southern Cross Dota forums there. Make sure you guys go over there, sign up, just post on the forums, come around, be chill. We're a bunch of chill guys. You know, we'll have some fun, have a few drinks. You can come play a couple of in-house games with us, that sort of shiz. But... look, it's all fun and games, and of course, I'm going to shout out to our sponsors already now, TTE Sports by Thermal Tank, they're pretty much giving us all the prizes for this tournament. I'm going to put their link in the chat as well, and you can check them out there. Buy a bit of their stuff. It's actually pretty cool. It's got funky lights, that sort of shit. But we do have to get down to this game, Rag, and the first...
Yeah, I was about to say, we're most of the way through.
Wait, there's actually a game going on? You sure? The first,
who's gonna cast Dota? I mean, seriously.
Let's get back to Pokemon, with these cute little pensions here. But we do have the bands are all out. Batrider, Timbersaw, Lifestealer, Outworld Devourer, and Gyrocopter, with pickups Naga Siren, Darkseer, Elder's Hide, and Nyx Assassin coming out. So ET's making his way into that metagame, and he's done it pretty quickly. And his Ancestral Spirit and Natural Order is just stupidly strong. Stupidly strong.
10 seconds.
Apparently he's been playing very well as an offlaner. I have been sort of in and out of the Dota scene over the last little while, having to cast many other games myself. But yeah, Elder Titan sort of made his way into the meta scene as one of those offlaners with the Ancestral Spirit. He can farm from massive ranges because he can actually move that round. He's got, what is it, 5 seconds I think to move it around before it comes back to him? Is it 5?
No, it's 8. 8 seconds. The duration itself is 8 seconds, but if you run one way and it runs the other way, it's a lot more than that.
Yes, 8 seconds.
But you can, what you can do is, if you're smart about it, you can chain it. So as soon as it comes back, you send another one out. And who got banned? Clockwork and Furion and Weaver. No Rat Dota today.
Yeah, no Rat Dota, no Holla Holla Get a Dollar coming in
Holla
for this
Get
game.
Dollar.
Yeah, but Naga Siren doesn't surprise me there. Naga's been one of the top tier pickups as a support hero for the past year, around about a year now. I was saying the other night she was really funny. She was played as a hard carry, then all of a sudden dropped off the entire meta scene whatsoever, and then people realised how good that net actually was as a support hero with the 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds as you level it up, being absolutely massive and just being able to smash face here, there, and everywhere. Darkseer obviously going to be their offlaner, gets picked up 90% of the time if he's not banned out as their offlaner, and they now have picked up Wisp. So there's going to be ganks everywhere. There's going to all of a sudden be a 2v4 fight, and all of a sudden it's going to turn into a 4v4 fight in an instant.
Squad. I'm actually going to see if I can pull up the competitive hero list for October, but I believe at the moment Batrider is still at the top with 100% pick ban rate.
10 seconds to go.
But you know,
no. There's been 3 games. Out of the 3,500 games, like pro games, European, Australia, America, the whole works, out of the 3,500 pro games that have been, there has been 3 games where he's not been picked and banned.
That's ridiculous. That's just to give you guys how much of an idea. I think Darkseer is still up there, but he's slowly moving down. I'll just go back to the picks quickly. We've got Troll Warlord coming out. Troll obviously making a sort of a scene since he came into Captain's mode. He originally wasn't there, just because Valve liked to sort of balance out issues first, and then Sven picked out. Now Sven was pretty much meta, and he's been sort of pushed out now. But he still hits like a truck, and especially with that IO pickup, he's going to be mean.
Reserve time.
I'm going to just quickly apologise. I'm going to restart this call for us, Shads, because I seem to get you dropping in and out every now and then. So just give me a second.
We'll be back in a second. I'm just going to get a nice call on Skype. You guys can't see that, but we are going to come back. Hi!
What's up? Let's see if that fixes the issue.
Yep. So...
I had you dropping out every now and then all of a sudden talking like a chipmunk. So
I like chipmunks.
to try and catch up.
Well, it looks like it is back, and we've got Beastmaster and Puck being the last 2 bans for both teams. Beastmaster, of course, getting rid of that off lane, which they didn't really need the off lane. I suppose I would have been more inclined to ban out a mid hero if I was PSBC. Like, sorry, not mid, a safe lane hero. You'd expect to see Troll mid all the time.
Beastmasters are banning out mid lane.
10 seconds.
They want Troll in the safe lane.
But wouldn't they
They're
send...
thinking Tinker.
Well, there's their
They're
mid.
thinking Troll Long Lord is going to be on the safe lane. And it looks like, yeah, they have picked up their own mid hero, which will be a Tinker. So, anti-push galore coming out. Depending on the build he goes, a lot of Tinkers we see go that March rocket build with 1 point and laser, just so they have it early on, just to make the mid laners miss-hit their last hits. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw a laser rocket come out, because proudly sponsored by Centrelink, they like to be aggressive, they like to play the game.
They're jerks!
I reckon there's a high chance there's going to be a rocket laser Tinker coming out here, and March getting, March of the Machines getting banned out last. And what?
A Medusa pickup, safe lane Medusa.
Everything I know about Dota is gone.
No, but Troll is a mid hero. Troll is definitely a mid hero.
Troll might be their mid hero.
Yes. We're going to see. This is going to be worse than Rat Dota. This is going to be Chinese Dota.
In all honesty, they could even just send the Nyx Assassin down a bottom lane with the Visage farming and having Medusa stack Ancients.
They could, but that's Rat Dota right there.
That's a very pubby style Dota, but it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever if that would be the case coming out right now. But we do have Wisp and Sven. They're going to be coupling up, obviously. You're going to see a lot of Wisp teleports in with the Sven, just so they can basically walk in, smash face, go away.
They have a lot of global presence.
Troll Warlord, they've actually got a very... They do. Like, with the Tinker, once he gets those BTs up, it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. You're going to be 2v3, and then all of a sudden it's going to be 3v5. Just in an absolute instant, and you're just not going to know what the hell's happened. You're just going, wait, huh? What? Huh? Oh, we're dead.
Yeah,
that's going to be the fight.
Yeah, you're going to have to be. They're going to be so careful with their map awareness because of that, and Tinker's going to be all over them. He'll probably get bots about 10 minutes, probably 8-9 minutes actually. But then they've got to be careful of every other hero, like Naga can just reset teamfight, things like that.
Yeah, actually, wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw a Battle Soul Ring, Bottle then Soul Ring come out of Tinker before Battle Soul Ring. Don't mind me. Cricket training, guys. Don't worry. yeah, if we see a bottle soul ring and then go into those boots of travel, because he will be going that very mana heavy build, so he might actually want to try and get a few more resources up, so when he does go and gank, he's not going to just run out of mana the instant he walks into the lane. He
needs to keep that mana and just to have that presence. I will quickly run through what our team lineups are. Anthony made the effort to speed home in the name of Dota and probably got a speeding fine, but he's here. Albeit an hour late. But anyway, on teambighooks.com, we've got D-Bass. D-Bass or Bass? I'm going to ask him. Bass or Bass? Anyway, we've got D-Bass on Elder Titan. Anthony playing the Medusa, who's probably going to be going under that bottom lane. Oh, actually, he'll be going aggressive for sure, wouldn't he? Faux Dota on the Troll Warlord. We'll have Physics picking up the Visage and Mau Mau EE Summer. I can only assume means Eternal Envy. And he's going to be playing on that Nyx Assassin.
And running over to the proudly sponsored by Centrelink guys, and that's actually a false name because I know some of them have jobs. I know for sure some of them have jobs. They told me that they were frauds. But we will have, on the Tinker, we have Love Hurts. Infinity will be playing that Naga Siren. Sven will be Dota King. Wisp is going to be played by Fatty, and Boons is going to be at long lane on the Darkseer. And I just love it. Whenever Wisp joins a game and it's paused, you just can see a shadow, but you can't actually see him anywhere.
That's just...
you just can't do it.
So wait, where's Wisp?
It's just not there.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's not there? He's what the what? What?
Put your cursor over him, and all you get is a green outline. That's all you get.
What?
You don't actually see Wisp himself.
That's just what?
Whenever the game is paused.
My brain. Let's have a look at
it happens every time the game is paused. It's the same with Doombringer's sword. If you pause the game, during the game, Doombringer actually has a big, red, glowing, flaming sword, but the moment you pause the game, it looks normal.
Oh, I think
looks like anyone else's sword.
Kind of do that. Like, if you pause the game, Rubik's Cloak will always billow. It just billows in the wind. Methodically, even. It's beautiful. It's like something...
And just a quick trivia for everyone. Also, none of the heroes in Dota actually have eyes. Not one. Well, they have eyes, but they don't have pupils in this.
Okay. Okay, after some confusion, mostly my end, we're going to be calling D-Bass Bass. He's going to be D-Bass. Not to be confused with Basskip Basskip, who I kept calling Basskip, but he's actually Basskip, and we do have D-Bass. So that's confusing. Screw you guys!
Oh,
check out that courier. Check out that cute little frog courier up here. And, we've got a Roshan and Dolphrity? Dolphrity and Roshananti.
He's got the frog courier. Oh, there he is.
Anyway, Rag. Well, it's awesome. Anyway, what we've got at the moment...
Snow coming out of his butt.
He's shitting snow. Snowing. Anyway, it looks like we might have a little bit of conflict over here. Infinity trying to scout out at the moment. And there's 4 people waiting on the other side of that river for him. He's bringing his supplies, Dota King and Fatty, just up to have a little look with him.
It's almost time for everybody to
have to be careful. And in the Skype chat, I've actually got the stats for Tide's Wrath so far. I'll run through them whenever we get a chance, but the most picked hero at the moment is Visage. 55 picks with a win rate of 47%. Just for you fountain people. So that was from Bruno Project Swift Bruno-ness. And game is underway as if I could English, that'd just be really great today. But it looks like we're going to see a try up at top rag. Dota King on the Sven. We're going to have Infinity Naga and Fatty on that Wisp. And they're going to be going up against that Troll Warlord that's safe lane now. Visage and the Nyx Assassin, which means...
I love Boons. Boons is already creep skipping.
What a jerk.
Already. He's just sitting there, he's going to sit behind, he's going to creep skip. And
what's Medusa going to do to stop it at this stage?
Medusa can't do anything, but there is now... This is a mid Elder Titan.
That's doable, because he can still beat a Tinker, and he's going to half HP him with a couple attacks, with a couple Ancestral Spirits, so he's going to do a lot of damage. And the dangerous thing is Medusa's going to get a lot of farm down here, although she does have low base damage. So last hitting's not going to be easy, and Darkseer is certainly going to get a lot more out of it.
This is going to force through her consumables very, very quickly. I mean, she does have 6 tangos, she does have 1 healing salve, so she should be fine in that sense. And we just have a look at Boons. He's got that early stout shield, so he's not going to be taking as much damage from the creeps as he usually would. And he's got himself plenty of tangos down here as well as a healing salve. So this is actually good for Boons. He's already only 300 gold away from getting that soul ring, and once he's...
I think I've just dropped out there.
He's able to get that up.
There you go.
He's just going to be able to basically... Oh,
Nope, you're good, you're good, you're good.
all those guys... all those guys in game, they will be able to hear me still anyway. And a big shout out to Sophie. You guys might be able to see her little speech bubble on the side. I know I can.
My
but
God.
She is the admin.
Game is hard.
She is in here watching the game with us and listening to all the crap that comes out of mine and Shad's mouth.
I don't know how she's coping. We're pretty much... we're pretty much like an open sewer pipe at the moment.
I feel sorry for her at the same time as like going, yeah, good on you for, you know, putting up with that crap.
Who are these idiots I'm going to listen to for the next hour?
But sorry for her.
Big shout out to Sophie, guys. For you people watching, for you guys watching through Twitch, without Sophie being in the channel with us, you guys wouldn't be able to get drops through Twitch, which hopefully are working now, and I hope you guys can actually see this, because it does mean that everything's working properly. And I've just screwed up the overlay. Sorry, guys. I'll get rid of that. My bad, I didn't actually realise. I entirely apologise for that. Checked it now, and everything is good, but yeah, everything's going swimmingly again now. And Dark Searak, he's still pulling those creeps, and he's now not only taking the Radiant creeps, he's taking on the camp there, and he's going to go down here. Good play. Boone's picking up that haste rune, coming down just to smack on him a little bit, and he's going to get a nice, easy first blood onto Boone's. Boone's being a little bit cocky, overextending himself into those creeps, and ended up taking a lot of damage from that Medusa.
Yeah, well, in the meantime, they gave him his boots, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's got his boots of speed coming out to him now. Tinker does have that soul ring. It is getting flown out to him now. So he's going to have at the time of his life in this mid lane. He is going much rocket build. He hasn't got any points in laser whatsoever. So it looks like he wants to go for that more defensive, more, you know, I'm going to hold off the lanes. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm just going to be able to sit here and hold off anything you guys throw at me. But in saying that, we'll go up to the top lane because it looks like Sven's having a little bit of trouble up here with that defensive tri-lane. He does have 11 for 0 at the moment, whereas Troll in the aggressive tri-lane, he does have only 9 for 1, so it's not great going up here for Troll right now. He's having a little bit of an issue trying to get the farm up on this top lane, but the Dire does have the advantage where they can pull off the creeps, whereas the Radiant don't, because their Medusa is actually down here, and it looks like she's actually in a little bit of trouble herself. She does have a healing salve, but she is down very, very low on health. I'm pretty sure, actually, she should be able to afford some Tranquil Boots very shortly. She should almost have the money for it.
Yeah, definitely, and
yeah.
she's holding out reasonably well against that Dark Seer as well. So she's done pretty well. Over at mid, Tinker's doing a bit better than Elder Titan at the moment, but Elder Titan will start hitting hard when that natural order levels up a bit. And like you're saying with top lane, it's actually quite equal. 11 and 10 at the moment. No lanes really getting farm over there. But while we are paused, I'm just going to run through these stats that I've got here, and I'll link that to you on Skype just so you can have a little read over it as well, and bring them in when you can. There we go, copy pasta everywhere. But what I find interesting is the most picked heroes haven't really had the biggest impact. What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? So your top 3 most picked heroes at the moment. We got the Visage, the Weaver, and the Nyx Assassin. And the Nyx is the highest win rate out of those. Most banned heroes at the moment. Batrider, 88 bans and a win rate of 80%. OD, 70 bans, 47% win rate, and Lifestealer, who's been banned 60 times but has a win rate 37%. So, not always, you know, the best pickup, these heroes, some of here. Although, yeah, here we go. The most relevant heroes is Batrider, Naga, Lifestealer. 98, 97, and 92 picks or bans. That's a lot.
Bloody hell, that is just... That's a lot of picks and bans.
Yeah,
that is a lot of. That is ridiculously high.
It's a bit silly. We are back underway now. I don't know what happened. There was a pause.
There was a pause for some reason. One of them left and one of them came back. You know, the same old random stuff that goes on. And Tinker get the last hit. No, he fails it. Poor Tinker, not able to get that last hit up there. But Tinker's farming perfectly fine up here. He does have 19 for 5. Darkseer, he's been farming like a beast down here on this lane. He doesn't have the tri-lane against him, so he's going to be able to just sit here all game long and farm as much as he wants. He's probably going to be going that early mech from what I remember of Boons' play. So he's going to be able to get that up.
Oh, what a lucky rune.
Team. There goes. Oh, Tinker.
Oh, Wisp in trouble. Long soul assumption coming out, and that was like from this far to here. And it's advantageous to get away with that 130 HP from a small engagement. Even Sven's on quite low health. Sven has no healing. He has a quelling blade. Like, there's nothing else to add to that list. It's a quelling blade. And I've actually missed a kill down on bot. Darkseer's just, dropped that Medusa, and he's still sort of in that tower. He's holding the bottle charges, and he's going to get away, taking maybe 2 or 3 tower hits, just 2. And puts an Iron Shield back on the crypts and back to farming. So Naga going down there, that's going to set it to 1-1. Naga with a kill and a death now. And that's the same for Boons. Elder Titan, of course, did get that assist. And that's going to give him a nice little level advantage. Darkseer is almost level 7. Medusa should be... She's just hit 6 now.
Yeah, Boons should be able to pick himself up now that Soul Ring. He does have a bottle, but he's going to have to keep currying it back and forwards. But and there we go. We look at Tinker. Tinker's just actually gone down and quickly stacked the Ancients, so he's going to be able to farm up those boots of travel very, very quickly. He just pushes out the lane with March of the Machines, he goes back, he stacks the Ancients, and then he walks back into lane, he pushes it back out, and then he does it all over again. Basically takes about a minute each time you do that with the walk time and everything else, so he's going to be having to... Basically, this is going to be around about 10-minute boots of travel, I reckon. He did pick up the Soul Ring
That's
first.
What I said at the start.
No, you said... Did you?
I said 8 to 10 minutes.
It depends on if he picks up a bottle now.
Yeah, he shouldn't go to the bottle till after bots, though. He's got the Soul Ring already. So he's going to have virtually limitless supply of mana, but he's going to take these Ancients now, which is really good experience for him.
No, he's going to stack them again.
Stack them again, yeah. He hasn't actually leveled up that laser, and I don't think Elder Titan realised, or he probably does, but you can't actually stack with Ancestral Spirit, as I realised the other day. You can't block camps with it. You can stack and pull with it, but you can't block camps. So he's just using it more as a means of scouting there, and he's realising, hey guys, there's a triple stack down here. Can someone do anything about that? Medusa won't be able to, she doesn't have split shot. Elder Titan can't. Troll maybe, but not yet. He's only level 3. Nyx Assassin's level 3, and same for Visage. So there's nothing they can do to get those camps, and Tinker's the one who can go through those with a couple of March of the Machines. He's got the Soul Ring, he's got Rearm, he's going to be able to roll through that really, really easily. That's just going to take
we look at Boons, he's down here on the bottom lane again. He looks like he's moving into a position to start creep skipping once again. Tinker going back to those Ancients. He's going to stack them up once. I'm pretty sure he's going to stack them up at least one more time. I think the max you can get is 5 stacks in one camp. And then it just stops stacking all the time. But we do have Naga. She's walking around at the moment. She has actually got 1 point in mirror image. So it looks like she wants to try and fake off. Usually you don't see a mirror image get done this quickly. And the Elder Titan comes in. He's actually got himself haste rune. He comes down there to try and stop the stack, but I'm not sure if he actually succeeded or not. On 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think there's still only 3 down there. So he
might have blocked it,
Tinker, but he lost. Yeah, but he lost a lot of time in that lane, and we do have 2 down here on bottom lane. It looks like the Visage is actually coming into mid right now as well, while we still have Darkseer down at the bottom here, creep skipping, and the Medusa just can't stand next to him. I mean, the moment she tries to, Boons just wrecks her with that Iron Shell that it's got. It is up to level 4. She only has, what, 606 HP?
Yeah, it's quite low. I'm just actually having a look at mid now, Rag, because Tinker has a sliver of health, and so does Visage. So that's been a little engagement. Anthony pops his ulti, and Boons just runs away. That was a lot more anticlimactic than what I actually expected, because Boons just turned head and ran. That Medusa ulti, if you look at it for a period of time, 2 seconds total, you will get turned to stone. You start taking a lot more physical damage. I think it's 130% damage from auto attack. So he'd be taking about 90 damage per attack, so he'd pretty much drop quite quickly, but he did play quite smart, and now Mau EE Sama is up in trouble at top, though Infinity pops mirror image, they go down really quickly. Infinity's going to probably die here. There he goes, Troll Warlord finishing him off beautifully with whirling axes, and now Wisp Fatty's in trouble as well. Stun on the Ondu. He tried to stun him with Troll, but now Troll going for a triple kill, takes the double. Mau, beautiful body block there, 3-4-0 trade up on that top lane, going in favour of big hooks. That was brilliant play there. Mau just beautifully blocking him there, Rag. He just cut a path straight up, and Sven had nowhere to run. That was really, really good play. I'm quite impressed by that.
Yeah, this is the trouble with this tri-lane. Any tri-lane that has a Nyx Assassin on it is going to be hard to play against most of the time, because he does have that spike. Sorry, not spike carapace. He does the impale, so he's not going to be. He's going to be able to stop anything that you try and do. And here we go. Boons is actually going hand minus Darkseer. I was waiting for it.
What? What? Is this Korean Dota?
does not matter his offlaner. He will usually go a hand to minus just so he's able to get up a lot of gold very, very quickly and experience, because usually as an offlane hero he doesn't get as much experience as he would like, and oh god,
I got that
offlane, all of a sudden
faux Dota
and
ripping
Fatty,
into them.
He's going straight down on Fatty as well, and they're actually netting him under the tower now. We do have Naga, she's standing around here, she does Riptide, and he's going to have to get himself out of there. They can't dive on that too much, but Sven did go down, and this is not looking good for their hard carry.
Look, but it's even worse because Troll's got 3 kills. He's swimming in mountains of gold. He's got, what's his GPM at? He's at 330 GPM, second only to the Darkseer, who went a minus because he's trying to screw with us and statistics and things like that. But that Troll has a lot of last hits. He's got 38 last hits, in more than that Sven, which is actually quite low, I suppose. But the 3 kills does give him that extra goal. He's almost got a Helm of the Dominator, and now Medusa calling for support as Asajj teleports into that bottom lane. Boons is running. He hasn't got that Surge up. It's up now. Level 2 Surge. He's away, home and hosed, without a trouble in the world. And Tinker's out of that Ancient's Rag, just stacking and going through those really, really quickly at the moment. He's picked up a lot of gold from that, down to up to 54 last hits. He's in a lot of gold, and I think we might have another engagement up on top now.
Sure.
Oh,
yeah, he's
here they
going
come.
to travel out of that.
Faux Dota takes a net and a Stormhammer, but Sven does retreat out. Nyx Assassin's still up there. They don't know how much mana he's got. He's very close to level 6. Not that proudly sponsored by Centrelink know that, but they were playing well. They were a bit cautious going into that engagement, and it was a smart decision. Medusa denies the tower at bot.
Yeah, that was bound to come. I mean, like, the creeps have just been pushing in there constantly, and that's free gold for them. Even though they do lose a little bit, it is still free gold for them. Only 100 per player instead of the normal 2. But yeah, I mean, as long as Boons can actually push out like this bottom lane, it's going to just take away all the control from the Radiant
Gank it
jungle.
up. We've got a nice little fight coming out. The Stormhammer came out from Sven, straight onto that Troll Warlord's, onto his face, as Tinker teleported up, and he did have the pretty much the full support of his team up there on the top lane, and Tinker was just able to bots up, capitalise on that, and get a nice, easy kill. So that's the killing spree gold going to Tinker. It's going to give him a nice little boost. He's actually got the bots now, as I just mentioned. So he's probably going to pick up that bottle and then, what, Scythe or Blink Dagger?
Yeah, bottle's only usually used for when you get back into base. You just quickly bottle up. You can charge up very, very quickly while you're hanging around in base, and get a lot of gold as you a lot of mana and a lot of health back very, very quick. So you spend the least amount of time in there. But you have a look down here on this bottom lane again. We do have Darkseer. He's just going to constantly push this out, and I mean this tower is going to take damage. I mean it's only taken 12 damage so far. But Naga, she's still not at a point where she can actually really beat down this Darkseer. He's just getting a little bit too big right now. He did go that hand of Midas very early on. He has himself some arcane boots, and the Stout Shield is just enough to stop the Medusa being able to kill him off very, very quickly. She does have, she still doesn't have anything in split shot, but the Mystic Snake isn't doing enough to basically beat out the creep wave, trying to push back Boons, but this is the thing with the Darkseer. He just Iron Shells creep wave, and then he can just run away, and there's nothing you can do about it.
He's playing that role really well, and he's not jungling. He's just being aggressive on that tower, and he's going to keep pushing on that tier 2 tower. Run off, use his Midas on the hard creep, and then just run back to lane and keep pushing it. And not only is he pushing the lanes out for proudly sponsored by Centrelink, giving them the gold they need, they've lost early on, but it's putting so much pressure on that Medusa to try. She has to work for her farm. And she doesn't want to have to do that. Medusa scales really, really well into the late game, but she does sort of need to snowball and get that early gold. And we've just got to kill up at top. Dota King Sven going down to another nice sort of, artillery fire, I suppose you could call it, from Visage, Troll, and Nyx. There's a lot of damage coming out there between Vendetta and Pale. Troll Warlord's 2 abilities. And here's the Visage stunts.
I think they finally realised there's actually a ward watching him down there, because Tinker just kept popping off rockets, and both of Visage as well as Nyx went down to below a quarter of their HP, just getting absolutely spammed out there. But Darkseer, he moved himself into the mid lane now. He's still farming up all these creeps, and he's going to get himself back out, and they have just been beating down on this mid tower, and that's almost gone, and Elder Titan's actually going to be able to cut off Darkseer here. Darkseer's just jumping.
I think it's the other way around.
And oh god, he actually just walked through that Ancestral Spirit, so he's going to have to get himself out of there very, very quickly, because, yeah, Elder Titan managed to get all
Dusa,
that
you're in trouble. Oh, she's going to drop. Wisp with the teleport in, Sven, God's Strength, and Stormhammer, and Medusa just... Wisp is a time bomb waiting to explode onto any hero. And what's the cooldown these days? 90 seconds at level 1. And he's just hit 6, and he's just made it work straight away. And that's that aggressiveness from Wisp's Sven that I mentioned in the draft that you can just pull off. It's just stun, bam. And, you know, they're shutting down that carry, and they can do that once a minute. This is why Aya was banned.
This is the worst thing about Medusa, though. She's the exact same as Sniper. They're very, very good heroes in the late game, but unless they get that early start, unless they're able to just free farm on a lane and get the items that they actually need, they're not a good carry whatsoever. They just need to be able to sit there. They need as much of that, you know, they need as much... What am I trying to think of here? God damn it.
They need to snowball.
As much farm.
They're a lot more farm dependent than other heroes.
Yeah, with no items, they're useless, and we do have a Song of the Siren going off somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where that was.
Bye, Bass! Bass. DJ Bass.
Dire has fortified its structures.
There it is.
Diaz.
Yeah, so the Naga Siren just went straight in there and managed to pick off the Elder Titan, just with herself and Wisp by the look of it, and maybe a rocket came out from the Tinker before he TP'd back to base. But that middle tower has gone down. I'm pretty sure that was a deny, actually. Yeah, Elder Titan denied the tower. So that's 2 towers that have now been denied off. And we do have Tinker. He is TPing out from top lane. It looks like he wants to stay up here. He wants to push out this next tower as well. And Nyx Assassin's sitting there in the invis. And they just want to go down on him. And you see this, Sven's just running right down. Going to be running down near that tower and not going to be able to get in there. And Nyx, his invis has run out and he's in a bad spot.
Nyx is in a very bad spot. He's going to have to somehow try and walk through. He knows they're all there. They've got the invis ward, the sentry there.
Scroll. There
yeah,
he's
smart play. He's
going to
take it out.
So.
Wisp ulti is up at the moment, and I think Medusa might go down very, very soon. But we're definitely having an engagement up on top. And here we go. Boons is sort of diving past that tower. The rockets fly out. Hit onto Elder Titan and almost drop Troll Warlord. 70 health remaining at the moment. I'm actually just going to quickly bring up the golden experience. And at the moment, Centrelink are ahead in gold by 3.5k. And
yeah,
about
well,
3k.
This wouldn't surprise me at all with the way they're able to farm.
It's mostly on Darkseer. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Visage, what are you doing? There's the long-range Stormhammer. God's Strength's popped. Visage probably going to drop in one hit. Yeah, and Sven didn't actually manage to get ahead on it. Darkseer doing all the damage with Ion Shell and Wisps. Or spirits is the word I'm looking for.
We are on fire tonight.
I swear we've done this before, like more than once.
We know what we're talking about all the time right about now. And it looks like we have a couple of people up here. Oh, Warlord. And look at the Naga. Naga's just running straight down to the She really wants to beat down, but she's going to cost her life right now. And we do have Darkseer with the vacuum plus the wall. Big one. And Sven's almost died. The Spike Carapace came out from Nyx Assassin very, very early on. And we do have Boons. Boon, tower Boons. Get out of there. He is going to try and get himself out. He's going to start TPing. We do have... the Familiars will beat him down on that. So it is a 3-for-2 trade right now. And it could be even more because we do have Wisp. He is trying to get out of there as quickly as he can. But he does have Familiars on his tail. He will earn himself, so he will get more health back. And
good
Soul Assumption will pick up the kill right now. Visage picking up another kill there with Soul Assumption. And Tinker in the mid lane just pushing him.
Visage MVP! That was a complicated fight, I must say. It was like all over the place, Rag. I was trying to follow whatever parts I could, but it was just
jumpy.
Yeah, it was everywhere. It was all over the place. What I was trying to say before about the gold advantage going in the way of PSBC, which is now spiked back up towards Big Hook, is a lot of that's on the Darkseer and the Tinker, and Trolls now, thanks to Stormhammer and a Rocket, he's going to go down to about just below half health, 400 HP. He does have a Vlads, which is odd.
This Tinker's choice of March of the Machines is a little weird to me because he's just sort of when he does the March of Machines, he's just sort of doing them both in the same direction. Whereas if you sort of cross section them and get one go one way, one go the other, you get more damage done on more heroes by more marches basically. And it sort of cross sections, and even people in the back now get hit from those March of the Machines. He's just not quite doing that, so he's minimizing the amount of damage he can actually do to creeps as well as everything else. He's sort of doing it down here now on bottom lane. is what I was talking about, doing the cross-section, so he gets more hits on more creeps and does more damage, but he wasn't doing that when he was doing the fights earlier. He was just sort of cross-sectioning on. Yeah, and now they're going to be coming back up here to the top lane. They really want to take out this top lane. God's Strength goes off. They just want to beat this down as quickly as they possible. 2 familiars coming in. Familiar stops go off. There will be a tower destroyed. It did not get denied this time, so they will be getting all the gold in the world this time. That they are, and they're waiting around. They want to beat the other two.
Big stomp.
Gold to Sven. 200 gold to Sven. And he has himself a hand of Midas.
He does. That's a lot of gold. What's his current goal? There's a button for that. Oh, here we go. Medusa's in a little bit of trouble. And they've actually looked at Medusa and they're frozen. So look at Wisp. He looks so cool. And there we go. Elder Titan's ulti comes out. Earth Split. That's a lot of damage to the Wisp and the Sven. They're both running. There they go. Wisp. And they are safe. Now, I actually did the baseball hands there. It was like safe. That was lucky to get out there. But now Boon's in a bit of trouble. Stomp's coming out. Naga saves the day. Beautiful ulti there. It's stopped. And here's the wall just to go down on top of that. And here we go. The wall comes out now. Visage, solo assumption. Now Vacuum comes back in. Visage picks off that Infinity. Great play from Physics. Physics is still trying to run around. Dota's here now. Sven cleans up Physics. Dota King came out from nowhere. Dota King's now going to run. Dota taking a lot of damage. He's going to go down to Love Hurts. Nice play from the Tink. Coming in at the end fresh. 3-for-1 trade. Going well in the way of proudly sponsored by Centrelink. That's just going to put them more and more in the lead at the moment, Rag. Down to 5k gold and a bit in about 3k experience. They're probably going to pick up a tier 2 for that. Tink is going to split push. Bit of Rat Dota. He's got the Blink Dagger now. He's just going to keep pushing that bottom lane out. And there goes some more Visage minions. Free gold for Wisp.
Yeah, that familiar just sort of went up there and stood there. Darkseid was able to see it from the high ground. He was just standing over here, able to see the familiar. And like while that familiar was running away, I'm just sort of sitting here thinking, kill it with fire! Because, you know, I hate familiars. They're terrible to try and play against. But Tinker now has picked himself up a Blink Dagger. He's going to be able to jump himself into the trees now as well while he does those March of the Machine. So he's going to be able to sit there safe. Naga being a good little ward bitch. Just sort of walking around, warding up all over the place, so he's able, so she's able to see everything that's going on, trying to get rid of any other wards, and they know there's no vision now around the Roshan pit, so anytime they want to do that with March of the Machines and Tinker, they're just going to be able to go out and do as much as they want. But Tinker, back into the top lane, pushing out lanes. What a surprise.
Jerk Dota is what Tinker is all about.
What were you saying about this no Rat Dota? Huh?
This is, Rat Dota is what Tinker does. And as someone just said, Clintox, he just said, I'm loving this. Centrelink has all the money. And I've just sort of looked at it and just gone, wait a second.
Yeah.
My God, it's true. And they're not letting anyone else have it.
They want.
Well, they're being greedy and they're giving it to nobody, which is pretty much typical Centrelink.
That's basically what Centrelink does. It's just the way Centrelink sort of runs.
We've got a gank coming out onto Medusa here, though. Down at that bottom lane, she still hasn't picked up that Lincoln's yet. She's quite close, about 500 gold off. And Tinker's not going to let him keep pushing that lane out. He teleports in, does take that that serpent thing that she shoots, Mystic Snake, and he's going to lose a bit of mana and health from it, but go back to mid and keep pushing that out. And they're going to try and take that tier 2. Boons is on that. Hand of God's Strength. Going to push that tower. Fort comes out. Naga's Illusion's just going to sort of push forward and take the creeps for a bit. Mau Sama is down here. He wants to try and get a pick off while he's invis. I don't know if he's going to manage to have the time to do one. It's only level 1. It's halfway through. And it looks...
Sentry Ward's
Sentry's
revealed. They know where he is.
They know where he is. Are they going to go try and pick him off or not, though? No. They know. No. They know he's walking around, and they know he's going up this way. He's been revealed now, and he's treading. He's walking on thin ice.
Yeah, it's still only a level 1 ultimate, so it does only last for 20 seconds. I bet he's just wishing. And here comes the familiars, and it looks like we got Naga just wanting to beat down on the familiar. Double damage, Darkseid.
Oh, Darkseid punches him in the nose.
Yeah, and it looks like they want to try and get this other familiar as well. And is that on cooldown? Because I think he
yes,
it is. He's only just recently used it. So that's another 125 seconds now on cooldown. He is not going to have his familiars around the map and scouting out. So that's a big pick off now. And if they actually know this, they're going to be able to just basically walk down here and take this tower because they don't have that big scary thing that they really want. And there we go. The stomp comes out now from... Stomp comes out now from, but this Elder Titan's just been a bastard to Tinker. Every time Tinker TP's in anywhere, he's just like, yep, I'm going to put an Ancestral Spirit there and I'm going to stomp, so screw you.
But
so I feel a little sorry for the Tinker.
What's wrong with that, though? There's nothing wrong with that. That's how Elder Titan is meant to be played. You're supposed to just harass him and just spam that spirit whenever it's off cooldown. He has got the mana boots, so he's able to do that. And he's got a 900 mana pool. He actually gets it's a reasonable int gain, 1.6 plus the mana boots. He's got nearly 1,000 mana, 900 to be exact, which is really, really good. But I think Sven's going to be in a bit of trouble. He's got that fresh BKB now, 10 seconds, but oh, where are you going, Mau Mau? There's no sentry there anymore. He's trying to creep around. It's still only level 1, which means he's going to be revealed any moment now. But PSBC really want to take that tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. And they've been really putting a lot of their resources into that tower because they've had split push. God's strength is up. It's level 2, 150% extra damage. So he'll go to about 280 damage exactly. And he's just going to wail on that tower. And look at it drop. He's not taking it though. And here comes the Elder Spirit. No. He didn't manage to get the stomp off before recalling it. He knew it wouldn't hit much. And this is where it's dangerous because Tinker's just disappeared to top lane. Troll's still up there. Troll can get down to bot, so can Tinker, and Tinker can just split push out those lanes while they're stalling. If PSBC keep turtling like they are now, it's going to get more and more into their favour. And here comes the recall. There goes... Oh, is Troll going to stay alive? What are they doing? The TP support. There's the Tinker up top. Troll's still running for his life. They can't manage to capitalise on that though. Fatty is going to take Sven straight back down to bot. And there's not going to be an engagement. They're back down here. Elder Titan's back. And it would have been really good for ET to set up an Echo Stomp onto that recall point. But his Ancestral Spirit was on cooldown. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, Medusa just turns around and starts using her ultimate while they're actually sitting there asleep. It's quite nasty because it doesn't actually cause any damage. I'm pretty sure that they stay asleep as long as they're not taking damage. Stomp ground, blah blah. Elder Stomp deals physical damage while the Spirit Stomp deals.
We'll wake if they take damage.
Yeah, we'll wake if they take damage. So they take no damage from Medusa's Stone Gaze. So she's going to be able to stand there in the middle of them, Stone Gaze them all, and then just use Split Shot to absolutely annihilate the team. So it's going to be some great synergy there between all of them. There we go, Nyx Assassin. He's gone Invis again. There is no more Sentry down here anymore. It looks like they're trying to go down on Darkseer. Darkseer, he's going to go down himself. And the Stomp does come out on Infinity. And someone wakes him, so he's able to pop off the ultimate right now. He is going to try and TP out, but the Stomp's down on him, but he should still be okay right now. He should be able to get out of here. He does only have Boots of Speed, while we do have he's going to be able to get there with the Ancestral Spirit. Yes, he is. He got there with the Ancestral Spirit, but unfortunately not enough damage to take out Infinity. Infinity is just going to sit there while Wisp tethers to him, bowls him up a little bit so he can't go down, and that was almost an engagement we saw.
That was really... This is what happens when you start work at 7 o'clock and work for 10 hours. You get a bit tired. But yeah, there was a really close engagement there. Darkseer actually went down. I didn't love Derp. He went down at the start of the fight, didn't he? Because he took Nyx combo. That makes sense. And Darkseer's actually managed to pick himself up a Blink Dagger at the moment. And I haven't really checked items yet, Rags. I'm going to have a quick squeeze. We've got the Arcane Boots and Drums onto the Elder Titan at the moment. What have we got? We've got Lincoln's finally up on that Medusa, and she's got a little bit of extra gold. She's picked up a Blade of Alacrity. So what? Purge? No, Manta. Purge or Manta. I've almost got a Shadow Blade on that faux Dota. And, you know, Nyx and Visage, pretty much standard items, both have mana boots. We've got the Blink Dagger and bots on your Tinker now. And as well, he's picked up an Ultimate Orb towards that Scythe. Infinity, the Naga Siren and Wisp. Pretty much your standard items again. Sven has that BKB now, and he's only got 120 gold spare, so not too much. And Boons, Blink Dagger, Mech, and that Midas. But we've got an engagement onto Bassett in the middle. He's going to drop really quickly. Took a net, as well as that teleport from Sven. He went down really, really quickly, and that's Wisp Dota.
Just a quick thing, when you say Purge, you do mean a Diffusal Blade?
What
just
did I
for all
say?
you Dota players out there, I'm going to tell you that the Purge means Diffusal Blade.
What did I say?
So, you said a Purge.
Could have said Nullfire.
Purge is a Dota 2 caster, he's not an item in Dota.
You can buy him if you want. Yeah, ask him. I'm sure he'll agree to it. He just seems
I'm sure he'll buy anything he can get.
Yeah. Oh, why wouldn't he?
I kid.
Bye, Sophie. Sophie's disconnected, so I think she'll be hopefully coming back.
Did she?
Yeah, she just disconnected then. She got sick of us, I guess.
She probably did. The poor girl has been putting up with our crap since the start of this game.
It's only been 30 minutes.
It's only been 30 minutes of crap. Actually, she's had to put up with it for about 40 or 50 now because of actually, she's put up with it for over an hour now.
She was in on the Pokemon discussion. She loved it.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, it looks like this game's actually gone a little more passive now. I mean, like, it's proudly sponsored by Centrelink, are still 8, 9, nearly 10,000 in front actually, in gold, and almost at 7,500 in experience. So they're getting further and further ahead, but they have more control of the map. Not a single tower has gone down from them. Actually, most of their towers are still very, very healthy. The top lane one is down to about a quarter of its HP, so that's the only one they can really push down really quick. We've got about 3/4 on the mid lane and but nothing on the bottom lane. There's what, a whole of 67 damage down there done to that tower, but they have full map control, and you just have a look at the wards that are around.
I was actually about to comment on that. They've got some very aggressive ward placement down here. They've blocked north of the tier 2 and south of the tier 2, seeing both sides in most teleports. They have really aggressive vision at the moment, and that's because they've got Tinker, they've got Wisp and Sven. They want that global presence. They want to make hooks, big hooks, scared anywhere on the map. The only place they don't really have warded is the jungle, which is just drawn horribly. Can you see my drawings?
Where are you drawing right now?
On the bottom of the map.
Can you go and draw there?
Can you see the bottom ward underneath the tier 2? Can you see my drawings around that? I've drawn a lot of circles.
Their own tier 2?
Oh, can you see pings?
Is that the one you're talking about?
Under the radiant tier 2.
I can see pings. Ah, that one. I can see the pings.
You can see that?
But I can't actually see it.
Can you see the drawings now?
No.
Damn. Okay, so we can't see drawings, but we've got an engagement up on top. Faux Dota going to go down.
Oh, yeah.
Wisp, Sven. Need I say more, Ragnarok? Wisp and Sven. That's it. And look, it's going to be followed up. D-Bass trying to get a stomp off. He does manage to get it off, but no one was around. He's going to go down. God's Strength just ripping him apart. 2 for 0 so far in that current trade. A Sentry ward will come out to stop that Nyx, and that tier 2 is going to go down very, very quickly. Sven probably going to pick up the last hit on that. There we go. A little bit of extra gold for him. And there's only one tier 2 left, and that's going to give him a big, big gold advantage. Nearly 10k at the moment, and they're on their way to victory. That tier 1 at bot for the Dire, Love Hurt's going to go defend. So unfortunately, Anthony doesn't have a chance to farm that out. And he's picked up his Yasha now, casual Yasha, as you like to call it. And there's the net. He pops that Stone Gaze. Tink is going to get turned to stone. Not so much for Naga, managing to survive, but here they come. Visage is here. He's got 4 in Soul Assumption now. He's got max souls at the moment. He can rip out some big damage. And there's the stun.
Oh, he's going to get himself stunned.
What's happening here?
And we also have Nyx. He is invis. He still only has that level 1 ultimate, so he's got to use it pretty quickly, but the song will go off, so that'll keep him invis, and he's not going to be able to use it in time. March of the Machines doing massive damage there as they try to go down onto the Tinker. Tinker does have that Scythe of Ice now. We saw it used on the Visage when he was jumping in. I think he would really wanted to rocket and laser that Visage down after sheeping him, but the Nyx Assassin was there as well as the Elder Titan. Well, he didn't know the Nyx Assassin was there, but the Elder Titan was there to sort of pull the Visage out of the fire. And you just have a look at this Nyx Assassin. He does have mana boots. He's got another 1,000 gold, so he's well off any sort of items. We do have Elder Titan. There is nothing in his stash. Does he have anything sitting on the courier? No, nothing on his courier. He's only got 800 plus the drums, as well as those mana boots.
Gem
and his
on Wisp.
bottle, of course. And Gem on Wisp.
Because
and then the Shadow Blade is actually
Troll.
up now on Troll. So they have a Nyx as well as a Shadow Blade Troll. So big damage that can come out of Troll so very quickly. All he needs to do is Shadow Blade in, hit once, pop his ultimate, and then just hit you a million times. And there's a Sentry Ward up here as well, and they just pinged him out as he just Shadow Bladed away. So they know exactly where he is and where he was running to. So there's just good ward vision right now by Proudly Sponsored by Centrelink.
It's
and
so
they're just going to be able. They can just roam around the map and do as they please, and no one can be alone right now. Absolutely no one can be alone, or else they're just going to die in it.
Yeah, I know you won't be able to see it, but you know that sort of left half of the Radiant jungle at the moment is really the only safe place in the map for them that's not being revealed by vision, and that's where they've got to farm. They've got 2 creep camps to work with. Oh, well, they've got pretty much their whole jungle to work with, but given the level of vision that PSBC have at the moment, if they're not in the Dire jungle, which isn't warded up, they're in the Radiant jungle. There's only a few spots on the map, and it's both jungles at the moment where they could be. Obviously, they're not going to go into Dire jungle because it's dangerous. So if they're not on the map, they're either in A, Radiant jungle, or B, Roshan. So they've got a lot of control over this match at the moment, and they're exactly where they want to be. Tinker's got his Scythe. Darkseer almost has his Scythe up. He's about 1k gold off that. We've got some big items coming out. Sven's got a Mask of Madness. He's going to be starting to rip out damage. Plus, he's got 5k pocket change. He's going to be picking up a Daedalus soon. And that's where the fun starts. That's where you have to start peppering your Angus. And just prepare for them to start doing damage. And there it is. He's almost bought that outright. He's 600 gold from the Daedalus. With Midas still up.
Going for a quick gander over the net worth. Sven leading the way, 1400 for his net worth right now. Tinker 1375, not far behind. We do have Darks here sitting up at 1200, but you know he's got a hand of Midas. Of course, he's going to be rich right now. 30 odd minutes into the game. And Medusa, the first one for the Radiant team, Hook, sitting on 1100, so she is well behind in the gold. And Push, he's only sitting on about 9,000. He's trying to farm up some Ancients right now, but he's not going to be able to do it. And Roshan is there.
34.54. I'm going to put that in spectator chat because they can't see it. That's just for my records, just so we know when Roche is up. I know we can see it. And we did see a smoke gank coming straight out, so they're going to charge up. Song of the Siren is up. Sven's ulti is down for 35 seconds. He does have that Midas. He's probably going to go pop that on the creep.
Right now.
But Troll Warlord's up on top lane. If there's a fight, there we go, Daedalus is coming out to him as well. If they have a fight onto that tier 2 tower, there's going to be no chance for Troll to really teleport in. And Troll's probably going to go down. Here comes Tinker. Scythe straight under Foe Dota. Takes the Stormhammer. He's going to drop. 3 people going up the top. That is the big amount of damage. And at the mid lane, Infinity and Boone sticking around. They're trying to just be a little aggressive onto that tower. But now Boone's in a bit of trouble. Nyx is invis. He's walking up. He's going to get him very easily here. Oh, maybe not. I could be wrong. The support comes back. Here's Infinity. Visage tried to TP out, or someone tried to TP out, just didn't manage to get it off. And here we go. Physics is going to drop. Naga's salting now. She's screaming at... Medusa staring at people, and here we go. Hook are dropping like flies. Sven goes down. He does have the Aegis, so he's going to be up in a couple of seconds. Wisp is down. Naga's running for her life. Visage Bird's probably going to pick her off. But Dota King in on D-Bass. Bass is going to drop here. Taking Stormhammer. He goes down, and now Anthony's in trouble as well. He's taking a world of hurt. That's a 4-for-1 trade. Buybacks came out from the Troll and Elder Titan. Troll can't do much. 4 for 2, sorry. 3 with you count the Aegis. But they did defend that tier 2. But the thing is, Dota King's still here. Tinker, he can come back full as, you know, with pretty much fresh, full health, full ammo. And, there he goes. Tinker's picked up a Dagon 3, this cheeky little... Dagon 2 cheeky bugger. Troll runs with 30 HP.
Well, he has enough money for it, so he might as well. He had enough money, so he might as well go as much as he wants. So there goes the Ancestral Spirit right now, trying to chase down Tinker, but Tinker with a Blink Dagger, with the Boots of Travel, he just moves too quick. The Familiars can't even keep up with him, even though Tinker has to run through all the trees and so on. And Dota King actually hanging around here at the moment. He picked up a haste rune. I think he really wants to just go into the jungle, farm up a little bit, because that's going to give him some health back as well. He does have that Daedalus now. He managed to pick it up in the meantime between the gank up on top lane and the fight in mid. So there is only one tier 2 tower now sitting out. It's on bottom lane, and that's going to be the next target. Tinker's going to want to try and push that out as much as he possibly can. And here comes the Familiars already, just coming down, trying to stop Tinker pushing in.
That tower's deniable.
It is too, but we do have we have a lot of creeps coming out here right now, but there we go, one Ancestral Spirit, and they will all disappear, and waiting for the last little bit, and there we go, it will get denied off. So it's 3 towers actually denied now from Hooks, but it doesn't seem to be stopping Centrelink at all. And the dust goes off from Wisp just there, trying to see if the Nyx Assassin was anywhere in the vicinity, but unfortunately he was not, so they weren't able to get up that cheeky kill.
He wasn't nearby. And now, Rag, while it's on the top of my memory, if you hit F10, see if you can do a broadcaster message and just mention the gold advantage or something, just so people can see it. It looks cool and it comes up on the screen and stuff like that.
What the hell did I just hit?
Did you hit F10?
Wrong one. No.
What did you do? Did you break everything?
What, F10?
Do you need an adult?
Oh, that one, yeah. Hey, I know that one.
We've got a gank here. Boone's coming in with a beautiful blink vacuum wall. Here comes the Medusa ulti to slow things up. And there is a lot of damage being taken by both teams at the moment. And there is just kills everywhere. Elder Titan's ultimate comes through the middle of it as Naga silenced, so she doesn't take too much damage. But it looks like Elder Titan, Mau Mau, and Physics are up. The supports and the utility, both carries are down. The carries are down for both teams. It's the supports left at the moment. There's another one. Rocket's going off from Love Hurts. Takes out the Nyx Assassin, Visage and Elder Titan. And here's Visage taking a lot of damage, but there's Rocket still coming onto Physics. And here's the Dagon Tinker. He's going to take him down with a triple kill. More items going out. The gems dropped. Elder Titan's going to try and get that Infinity. Infinity's going to go down. Oh, the jukes! There she goes.
Oh.
She's going to drop now. 4 for 4 trade. Shit was flying everywhere. Things were happening. Stuff was happening. Everything just seemed to happen at once, Rag. I couldn't really understand what was going on. But things went everywhere and lots of colours. And now DJ Bass about to go down. He gets a stomp off. And Love Hurts did take a tower hit. And Bass is going to be able to run to safety. He's probably not going to get too far. I dare say he's going to have a bad time here. Tinker's on the lookout for him. He's not going to be too cocky, though. He does have that Dagon, but no need to overextend or be too aggressive. But that fight, my God.
I have to feel sort of sorry for Medusa because basically she stood in the wall, kept split-shotting everyone she possibly could, and ended up killing herself. Because with the split shot, she kept killing off her illusion, and then all of a sudden she took more damage from the wall, more damage from her illusion. So she just basically sat in the wall and killed off herself. If she was able to get out of that, she might have survived for a little bit longer and could have turned the fight in the favour of Hooks. But proudly sponsored by Centrelink, coming back in. And I'll just give a shout out to Sophie. She did rejoin us a little while ago.
Good internet. Noob.
Yeah, good net. Get good. Stop
Yeah.
playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
Stop playing Pokemon. And we do have an engagement up in top lane right now, and it does look like we have Troll. He's in a little bit of trouble. He is going to be able to Shadow Blade out of that. There is no gem on anyone. And oh my God, the Wisp TP's in.
The Wisp. Oh God, hit the wrong button. Where's the gem? Gem was on Elder Titan. Still an Elder Titan. But,
Oh, okay.
well, yeah,
but
there's
how
Wisp's gem.
They see him though.
They had dust. Wisp dusted when they came in. And we've almost
that
got
makes a
a...
lot more sense now.
Is Sven going a butterfly? Oh.
Really? Where is
They've discovered Dota King, and he's just gonna munch through the familiars. He's like, oh, you guys want to fight me? Too bad. And why did my vision go away? What did I hit? I hit something and my vision's gone. What's the button for vision? I'm just going to try and find the hotkeys. You guys are going to see my hotkeys here while I somehow sort out
Don't know.
Fog of War. Spectator, Fog of War. Where's Fog of War? F10. Oh. Open broadcaster menu, F10. Okay, let's make that F9. F12? F9. Oh, I just saved a screenshot to my Dota file. Okay. Yay! I can enter. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, okay, I got the spectator options now, that's cool. Okay, Fog of War is back up. Alright. So, I'm going to put nothing in that chat because the game's actually unpausing. Both experience and gold is over 20,000 in favour of PSBC. Thank you for that update, either Sophie or Ragnar. Actually, Sophie, while you're here, you can do cool chat updates like that for us if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Really good.
Genius, Shads. Where'd you come up with that? Brilliant. Anyway, while we're waiting, this is Tide's Wrath. It's the group stages. It's the round of 32. 32 teams left. Losers will go to elimination bracket if they lose the best of 3. We've got a good game so far, Rag. Big Hooks against, proudly sponsored by Centrelink. And look, it's been a decent game. It is the second game of 3. If you guys want to watch the first game, too bad it didn't happen. Unfortunately, there was a forfeit due to time mix-ups, but if Big Hooks can manage to pull this one around, get some dandy shit happening, we could see Game 3. Of course, if you're not happy with this game, there is another stream happening. It's through the Watch tab, actually. You can watch Azure Gaming and SNX. SNX also went 7-0 in their bracket, so they're a really good team to watch. But unfortunately, the stream's having some issues at the moment, which is why it's not actually up at the moment. But I think we could be bracing ourselves for a bit of a team fight here, Rag. We've got some grouping on either side of the river.
Yeah, it looks like they're both coming down into the mid lane now. I mean, we do have Tinker. He's standing up on that top lane. Does have that level 5 Dagon now, as well as... he's going to get rid of that Soul Ring eventually, or the bottle, and he's just going to be picking himself up an Ethereal Blade, most likely, so he can output as much damage as possible, as quickly as possible. And we do have Dota King. He is down here. He actually almost has enough for that creep wave. No, not quite. He's 75 gold short of picking up a butterfly. He has picked up that Talisman of Evasion now, so he will actually be grabbing up that butterfly. We do have Mayo. He's actually dusted as well as in Vendetta, so it looks like he's looking for someone to kill, but there's no one up here anymore on this top lane, so he's not going to be able to pick anyone off. He's going for a wander in the jungle, and it's not going to happen.
No, look, there's not... But he does have Relocate still up, so they've still got that potential. Proudly sponsored by... Yeah, I can't read that. I'm actually going to
Toggle.
toggle...
By Centrelink have the top 3 spots on the highest net worth, with Medusa being the highest from bighooks.com, still being 7,000? 70,000? What? That was a lot more. 7K.
It's 7,000 advantage, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. I think because my net worth is saying that Medusa has 14,000, not 15,000. So
shots fired. Of course, Centrelink will have all the money, though. To be expected. And here's the relocate gank. Bo Dota's in a world of trouble again. The Sentry Ward gets popped. Here's the BKB in the stun. Mouse Armor's down there. Sentry Ward dropped again. Ulti comes down. Sven doesn't give a damn about that Elder Spirit, Elder Titan slam. And he is just chimping through them. Triple kill for him. He is just munching through every hero that comes his way. 3 buybacks. Sven has his butterfly as well, and he just slaughtered them like Freddy versus Jason, going straight through them like a knife through butter, and I'm out of analogies.
And this is Roshan. It's coming back up in about 30 seconds time. So they're going to be jumping on that. You can see them already trying to prep. That's the fight they wanted for Roshan, but it does look like, oh, no,
they want round 2.
A song of the siren right now, and the rest of the team is trying to come in. There goes the Darkseid Wall. The big back.
Look at that damage!
Straight out instantly on top of them. Everyone blows up, and now we have Medusa, the only one left here. She's just sort of standing there, just going, "Yep, I'm dead. I'm just gonna take it. Just kill me." Kill me already. And that is going to be massive there, coming out from these, proudly sponsored by Centrelink. And this is definitely a Rax right now. This has to be a Rax. Bugger Roshan, bugger everything else. Just go for the Rax. And top lane is pushing in, so we do have Sven. He is coming into this top lane right now. And he's just got this beat down on this tower. Fatty, start using overcharge, Fatty. Fatty, overcharge. Come on, Fatty. And by Familiars, just one-shot the Familiars. 1,200 crits coming out there from Sven, plus the cleave damage coming out, which is what, 60%? Oh, it's ridiculous. 65% cleave damage coming straight out there. He does have a butterfly as well, so he's just evading all the right physical damage, which is coming out from Medusa as well as Troll. And it looks like they're going to go for both racks right now as well. We only have Visage and Nick's up, and they can't do anything. They're going to take this rack most likely back off, because you will have the Troll as well as Elder Titan coming straight back up right now. There we go. Tinker's going to TP straight back out, and it most likely straight to Roshan. You got all these creeps inside the base. They can't go and defend Roshan right now, so that's going to be basically a free Roshan. And there's the Ethereal Blade! Woo! Tinker!
Oh, such a dick move. Oh, see, that fight that you just had there, Rag, down in that point here, that's what it was like up here when you're just thinking, loud noises, pretty colours, abilities everywhere, and you've just disconnected. And Ragnarok's actually disconnected from the call. I don't know if his internet's going down. He's still in the call. He's reconnecting to game. But yeah, that fight that you just had, that was what it was like before at the Ancients. You're just like, oh god, what's happening? Colours everywhere.
Basically, all I saw was wall vacuum blow up.
Yeah, well, it was just changed so perfectly. That was perfect Dota. And there's a beautiful kill from Tinker, blinking in Dagon and Rocket's laser onto that Elder Titan. And he went down. No E-Blade. Or was there an E-Blade? You might have to recall me on Skype when you can, because there's some problems. But here we go. Tinker's going for a big kill. Sorry, Sven and Wisp going for hunting. Visage going to be dropped down just to where that top rack would be. And you're finally back with me now. And here comes Medusa ulti again. She's going to try and defend. The GG calls do come out from D-Bass. And that will be the game. It has been called. Proudly sponsored by Centrelink. Too far ahead. 40k experience, 30k gold. And the shrine will go down. Beautiful plays from there. They had that team fight wombo combo there, Ragnarok. And that was what just sent that game so well in their favour. And it just continued that steam ball of power. I'm actually going to quickly try and bring up all the sort of sponsors and things in one link. If you also want to run us quickly through what items we've got here. And post-game coverage. Post-game coverage.
Post-game coverage. Well, we'll have a look quickly over. It looks like Sven managed to pick up an Abyssal Blade right at the end there, which makes he was just hitting even more ridiculously hard. Probably something up around about the 1600 crit mark by that stage. Unfortunately, yeah, Hilk was just way, way too far behind. I mean, like, you have a look over at their Troll Warlord, which was their hard carry. All he really had was himself a Vlad's, a Shadow Blade, and the startings of a BKB with that Ogre Club. Wasn't able to get there. Medusa did well. She managed to get up that Ultimate Orb, not Ultimate Orb, Lincoln Sphere very, very early on, and then pick herself up a Mantra Style. She was going into her own Butterfly. There was a Talisman of Evasion, trying to
Look, you've just dropped out on me.
null out all those that right-click damage, but when it's coming that absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, my net seems to be running a little funny today. But yeah, that was all just coming down to that one big team fight where basically, proudly sponsored by Centrelink, blew everything up. All you could see in that fight was the wall go down, then all of a sudden, vacuum, Stormhammer, no more Radiant. That was about the gist of it. That was no more, no less of what happened. Look at that Tinker, 1309, going not killed throughout that entire thing, and that's the whole gist of it. Tinker came out without getting killed in mid lane once. There was a couple of attempted ganks which wasted everyone's time, and basically he just was allowed to farm up, stack the Ancients, and no one stopped him.
Yeah, look, he was just steamrolling from that point onwards. I've actually just brought up the stat screen because I'm an idiot and closed things down again. That's not even the right game. What am I doing? Where is the correct game? It hasn't actually appeared in the replay, unfortunately, just yet. I am trying to...
Oh, I still have it up here, so anything you want to ask, go ahead.
Yeah, oh, you've got it all there. But yeah, that Tinker just got out of control, and more so that Sven was just given the space to farm wherever he pleased. I'm actually going to try and make this work. Never mind. That'll work. Yeah, but that Tinker was just given the space to farm. So was Sven, and they used those Wisp ganks really, really well just to shut down any hero they felt the need to, or to pick up those free kills. And that's what PSBC did really well. They were just so aggressive. The supports did really well to have those aggressive wards out as well, and it gave them that potential. Now, I think support's the hardest role to play because you've got to ward around. You've got to be aware of what's going on around you all the time. And you
still need items.
Yeah, you've still got to have those items as well. But they managed to do that while picking off heroes. They played really well. So definitely a props to Infinity and Fatity from PSBC. That's not to say that Physics and Mau Mau didn't do well for big hooks as well. Both teams had really good coverage of the wards. It was just that PSBC had the bigger combo, and it just seemed to work out a bit better because they had that Sven follow-up with just mountains and mountains of damage on top of him.
Yeah, it was a little unfortunate there by Hooks. I mean, like, you have a look at the Darks here. He had a mech, he had a Shiva's Guard, BKB with a Blink Dagger, and it looked like he was going into an Aghanim's next. He had himself up that point booster. As you said, Naga, she don't only have mana boots as well as a drums, but it was just enough mana or just enough health for her to be able to pump through a lot of those fights, try and live, get off, plus let her song go off. Wisp. Sorry, it just says IO here. Had himself the mana boots, had himself an urn charge as well, which is such a strong item on him because you just tether. If anyone's low health, you just overcharge yourself and let your health go down while you're using an urn charge on yourself, and you heal up your teammates as quick as you possibly can, plus a bottle, plus the gem at the end of there. But unfortunately, Hooks just couldn't get up those key items. Like Visage, he was working towards a mech. He had himself the headdress. He had himself the the buckler, that's the one I was looking for. But he didn't have the recipe, so he wasn't able to get that mech up. There's no pipe anywhere to be seen at all, and there's no real defensive items at all. They weren't even able to get into their aggressive items, let alone the defensive items. Oh, besides Medusa with a Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah, look, Medusa just couldn't get the farm that she needed. And as like we mentioned, she's a very farm-dependent hero, and without those items, she can't really do much. At least not against a Sven, a Naga, a Tinker, and an Iho. Yeah, she just couldn't get the sort of the head start that she needed, and she didn't have that farm on bot. Darkseer, Boons was all over her early on, so definitely shout out to Boons for his really, really good play at bot. We will have to wrap things up here, though. Props to PSBC. They will continue on in this tournament. Big Hooks will drop down into the losers bracket, which will be getting played sometime next week. This has been Shads and Ragnarok bringing you the live Dota action for Tide's Wrath Season 3, sponsored by TTE Sports by Thermaltake. Check out their site, ttesports.com, for their pretty gnarly looking keyboards. They glow and shit like that. They look pretty mean. Head to southerncrossdota.com for the SCD forums. All of the casts that I'll be doing will be on my YouTube, youtube.com/theshadster. And Ragnarok also has a channel. Ragnarok ESC?
I think my Twitch channel is actually Ragnarok SC. So just twitch.com/RagnarokSC. I don't get on there as much as I really should. But I do play random games on there every now and then. But you can head over to my YouTube, as I said earlier in the cast. Head over to youtube.com/RagnarokESC. There is plenty more games from proudly sponsored by Centrelink. You can even watch a game in there against Crazy Bill Clan where Shads is in there and getting his ass handed to him.
We got
which is quite amusing.
We got stomped.
So very, very hardly stomped.
We got stomped. I'm proud to admit that. But definitely head over there for plenty more content. There's going to be some games tomorrow to make up for rounds that were missed yesterday and today because of the horrible, horrible server shenanigans that Valve put upon Aussies. So we're going to have some games coming out on Friday. There's definitely a game at Sunday at 9 PM as well. There'll be plenty more content. If you head to SCD forums or just stick around following the 2 Twitch streams we've got, Southern Cross Dota and Southern Cross Dota 2. We'll be bringing you tons of content over the next couple of weeks for this Tides Wrath Season 3. And there's going to be a lot more games. If you haven't got a ticket yet, pick one up. It's only $2. You get about 300 games on your ticket. It's a pretty good experience. But until then, have a good night.